and we're not seeing too much of any other problems for later on tonight. So again, so far looking pretty good overall for this evening. So again, not seeing too much of anything to worry about for now. But if you have any ideas about driving back to the east of us, that is where we are going to be seeing the potential for some more chances of rainfall out there. And that is where the best chances of rain is going to be in the course of the next couple of days. So we do see the potential of any chance of rainfall, such as it is not going to be helping too much anytime soon for us. Back to the east with what is left of a tropical system, that is where we could see, again, the potential for some more chances of rainfall coming on through. And it looks like that'll be the best chance that we have seen in quite some time. So unfortunately, that is the best good news that we have in anything involving rainfall for the next couple of days. All right, it looks like I am being defeated by YouTube here, so I am going to call it quits on rambling through here on all of this so we can see what is going on. This is Monday. Audio's working. Okay, cool. If you got questions, comments, anything like that, want to recommend a good root beer, anything of that nature, would love to know more about what you're seeing there. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onig. This is Weather Overtime, and it is, again, Monday the 16th. We're bringing you more information about how our next tropical system is going to be affecting our weather, and that is what we are watching very carefully off the East Coast. So if you're around the Carolinas, that is where we're seeing the worst activity there. More information in the weather back behind me. Again, we're live on Twitch and YouTube for tonight, so if you got any questions, go ahead and throw them our direction. We'd love to know more about what you're thinking about this. If there's something on here that you would like to know about, please drop a comment into the chat function. We'd love to see what it is that you're seeing out there, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Next couple of days, much of what we're going to be seeing is going to be more hot weather coming on through, and that is where the potential of the heat is also going to be coming into this next weekend. So more potential of problems with heat in the next few days. All right, that's about it for tonight. We'll just go ahead and call it done. We'll try to get on the station's YouTube account as soon as we possibly can. Looking at Island Cove Marina and Resort, a little bit of wind stirring around the surface of Lake Chickamauga. Pre-10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Temperatures at the News 12 airport back into the lower 80s. A beautiful evening shaping up here for tonight. Winds still pretty healthy, about 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the northeast, and we got plenty of more breeze coming in for the next couple of days or so, but not really looking at too much in the way of very windy conditions like we might have seen earlier on. Temperatures at the top of the hour, or near enough, back into the mid to upper 60s around North Carolina, and then back into the lower to mid 70s elsewhere across much of the region. Chattanooga at the marker there showing again 79 degrees on our temperature marker. Numbers again rather close to normal for this time of the year. We did manage to pick up a little bit of rain this weekend, but it certainly was not enough to help us out. 89 the high, that's about 5 degrees above normal. Our normal high temperatures now sinking down into the lower to mid 80s. So that gives you an idea as to where we are about 5 days out from the changeover in season. Not close enough to a record high, thankfully. 98 the last time was set in 2019. No rainfall today, a quarter of an inch for the entire month, so we did manage to pick up a little bit in the last couple of days, especially on Saturday. So a quarter of an inch for the last 16 days. That equals out to nearly 2 inches behind normal for the entire month, and over 10 inches behind on rainfall for the entire year. At this point in time, we should be close to 40 inches of rain. We're not even close to that at this point, so we could desperately use some help on that potential. Any chance of rainfall out there anytime soon? Outdoors tomorrow, not expecting rain, just a cloud-sun mixture. And a little bit on the warmer side. Again, temperatures in the mid to higher 80s, a good possibility. If we get enough clouds, temperatures will be back in the mid 80s. I'm really thinking maybe mid to upper 80 is a good possibility with more sunshine. Northeast winds about 4 miles per hour, and seeing again some breezes out across the area. So if you're heading out on anything outdoors, the golf course, for example, I would take along that extra ice water, something in the way of a good drink just to make certain you're getting hydrated out there. This is ice water in here, keeping me hydrated, talking through all of this. And the grape slush, this is not an endorsement, but the grape slush, the new one on their menu, very good indication of thirst taken care of there. So good opportunity to get yourself hydrated. Temperatures across the rest of the area, beautiful. Not showing any problems here. We're back in the 60s and 70s from Macon and the Carolinas all the way back to the west of the News 12 viewing area. The big weather story of the day is kind of one storm out, another storm in. The remnants of Francine are technically still hovering around portions of the Gulf Coast area. Not really causing much of a problem here. A few showers over Alabama, southern and southeastern Mississippi, Florida, and off toward the mouth of the Mississippi. Meantime, this was a potential tropical cyclone. It is now the leftover portion of a potential tropical cyclone. This is a system that will be generating a decent amount of energy still. It is drifting onshore. The National Hurricane Center has already said that they are done with this particular system. It is no longer a threat of becoming anything stronger. Once these systems move onshore, as the land surface is different than the water surface, but once these systems move over the land, that starts robbing them of all of their power. So we do have a downturn in the potential for anything involving anything stronger from this storm system. Yes, there's going to be rain, but not that much, and definitely nothing that is going to really help us out anytime soon. So what are we looking at? There is the potential of some rain out there as we go into the next couple of days. So far for tomorrow morning, there's just really not that much going on, so doubtful we're going to be picking up too much to start off with. That's for Monday, and then Monday for Monday into Tuesday. Where is my time frame going on here? Let's see, just one second. Sorry, everything on here somehow got changed around a little bit, so that's the problem. Okay, so starting to get, okay, well, this is, hang on, I'm having some issues here getting this thing to where it needs to be. Let me just take care of this, and I think, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're talking. All right, that's much better. Okay, so in the next 24 hours, what's left of 8 moves its way over to the deep south and then just hovers in place. It doesn't really do too much. There is the possibility that we could see this picking up some showers and thunderstorms here. Most of the heaviest activity well over to the Gulf Coast, the East Coast, the Carolinas, the Appalachians. That is that system hanging on, continuing to give us the potential for some more showers east of this area, and that is where we could see again the potential problem for travelers especially. So highs warm back in the mid to high 80s, and then we get into around Friday morning, everything pretty well clears out. What's left of that system has wandered down to the Gulf Coast and has basically just fallen apart, so there's really not that much left. Conditions over the next several days, again, after that, we have high pressure coming in, so that gives us some drier weather into the weekend. Maybe some activity around the East Coast states and the Appalachians into the Western Carolinas. But beyond that, again, not that much. And by Saturday morning, there is a couple of good opportunities for some showers off the coast. And another storm system trying to get down our direction, but really not that much going on at this time. So we would like to be able to get some more rain in here. Our chances for rain just are not great anytime soon, so we do not get anything happening. What is our chance of rainfall? In the next 5 days, no markers for Nashville and or Chattanooga. Knoxville, a healthy 1/4 of an inch. And then the heaviest activity by far is going to be toward the Appalachians of the Carolinas and over toward the Outer Banks from Chesapeake Bay down toward areas of South Carolina. Might be picking up some more of the rainfall potential here. That's it. Notice that again, everything is just basically well back on over to the east of Chattanooga. So we do not see much of anything going on here that is going to help us. So the dry weather will continue over the next several days, and not much luck with anything else happening. Now, what about 8? Where is it going? What's left of it as a tropical depression? The so-called spaghetti models, as you take a look at different models with different parameters and you notice which direction they're going, the National Hurricane Center forecast in that white oval right there, that ended as of about tonight into tomorrow, so that's as far in advance as this system will be going. The other models spreading out here, most of them taking the system to the north and west. So by 9 o'clock in the evening, it's basically sitting just right off the coast. And then if it does manage to get any place by Wednesday, this is as close as it gets to our area, to where it brings more moisture in, but not really looking at all that much happening. And then we start to see this system turn tail and drop back down to the south and to the east. So it's a very good possibility that we may see this system do a boomerang and head back down toward the south, as we just showed you a few seconds ago. So that, again, could give us a new potential of rainfall, maybe. Might draw in some more moisture, so the forecast could change. But for right now, the National Hurricane Center says that there's nothing going on with this system, at least of a tropical nature. The Weather Prediction Center will be keeping an eye on it from this time onwards. Now, what's going on? What else is going on in the tropics? Again, what's left over of 8 sitting around the North Carolina, South Carolina line. The only other thing we have going on at this time is a tropical depression, Gordon. The G storm is way out into the Atlantic. It is nicknamed a fish storm. That's because it's bothering nobody but the fish. So we don't have much of anything going on here just yet. Now, according to what we've been seeing from the National Hurricane Center, it is a good possibility that this system is going to travel west for a bit and then hang a right turn going up into the mid-Atlantic. Still is a fish storm. It's not a threat to Bermuda, and there's precious little of anything else way out there in the ocean. So little, if anything, really to give us a problem. It could re-strengthen into a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Gordon could be around the bend about a week from now, maybe. But it looks like most of this system, let's see, early Thursday morning, this could become a tropical storm again. But beyond that, there is nothing else out there at this time. Last week we had about 5 different systems all across the map, and it's a possibility we may see that again, or even more than that, depending on what goes on. So for right now, that is about as quiet as it gets. Hopefully it stays that way, because we'd kind of like to finish out this season on as quiet a note as possible. Dust in the atmosphere does appear to be increasing once again, as we see more potential of some dust pushing off of the Sahara out into the Atlantic. So for right now, that is where we see that potential going on. We don't really see much of anything else happening at this time. So far, so good on that. So hopefully, again, we stay there with that much. 7-day forecast with the Tomahawk crane and rigging camera in the background. Traffic heavy for this time of the night, but everything moving along very well. The last day of summer starts on Saturday, the last full day of summer. The first day of autumn starts in the high 80s. Again, normal for this time of the year is about where we're expected to be tomorrow, about 84 degrees. And then that chance of rain happens on Wednesday, and then that's it for the rainfall for the next several days. So temperatures with all that sunshine out there will keep things very much on the hot side Numbers well above normal, but not exactly looking at blisteringly hot, record high temperatures, so that is something. For all you scurvy scalawags out there, and for those of you who regret picking up your last crew in Penzance, it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day coming up on Thursday, and looking at temperatures quite nice, a little hot, but otherwise not bad, sailing the 7 seas. So temperatures remain stable pretty much for the next several days, and not much of anything else is going to be changing anytime soon. All right, a little bit of extracurricular activity. This past Saturday was International Observe the Moon Night, and it's an opportunity to get involved and promote this very cool science of astronomy. So that is something, again, to take a look at and see what the situation is there. All right, thank you, Respective Orange. Audio is pretty low. I don't think it's on my end. Thank you very much. I may have to take a look and see. May have to call in our engineers to see what the situation is there. But for right now, let's see. That's about all I can do for this point in time. So that's about it. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to shout louder toward that particular microphone. I'm on 2 different streaming systems here, so I'm already drawing down our bandwidth of the station well enough as it is. Our engineers, I don't think, like it when I do 2 different live streams at once, but let me just check my audio real quick and make certain that I'm able to get this taken care of. Let's see. Get that there, and hopefully that will do it. And hopefully, well, it's something anyway, but that's about as good as it gets for right now. So sorry about that. Again, we'll try to talk up, see if moving the microphones a little closer to me might help out a little bit on there. Thank you very much again for letting me know about that. International Observe the Moon Night was this last Saturday. The trouble is, around here, we had a decent amount of clouds and rain and things like that, so observing the moon was not exactly in the cards. So the Barnard Astronomical Society has rescheduled International Observe the Moon Night, locally anyway, for Saturday, October 12th, 2024. Same place, different time, Greenway Farm, 5051 Ganstore Road in Hickson, Tennessee. Drop by for more information at barnardastronomy.org. And thanks to the folks at Barnard Astronomy for putting on these shows out there. Really great to be able to see the opportunity for that. Coming up in a couple of weeks, 2 Saturdays from just past, the National Weather Service in Morristown, which covers part of the News 12 viewing area, will be holding a very rare open house. So if you have the opportunity to stop by, ask questions, and listen and find out about stuff about what NOAA does, under National Weather Service is under the umbrella of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Same thing with the National Hurricane Center, same thing with the Storm Prediction Center, same thing with a lot of different agencies. And to some people, the idea of getting rid of NOAA will solve the problem of climate change once and for all by getting part of the American government to stop talking about it. Well, that's a very short-sighted and, if I may say so, very stupid thing to think of. NOAA does an awful lot, and if you don't know a lot about what it does, threatening to cut them off, write them out, whatever it is you want to do, is going to cause a lot of problems. And obviously the people who want to cancel NOAA are really anti-science from what I can see, and anti-forward future thinking, to say that all we have to do is just tear apart out of the United States government and we've solved the problem of talking about climate change once and for all. That is not how it works. This is something that the National Weather Service and keeping you safe on a local level is just one of the things the National Weather Service does. Assigning the National Weather Service and NOAA to a privately funded firm, and I'm not going to mention their name because of certain reasons, but I would say that, again, privatizing the information we would get for what we pay for already and forcing us to pay for what our tax dollars already pay for, again, a very, very, very short-sighted idea. So for right now, again, if you'd like to know more, September 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., weather.gov/MRX or WDEF.com/weather if you'd like to know more about what's going on with the poll out there. Thanking very much News 12 viewer Tracy Forgy, hope I'm saying that right, from Cleveland, Tennessee. View of a hummingbird coming in for a landing for a snack at sunset. That's our Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. If you've got pictures, we'd love to see them. Please send them in to us at pictures@WDEF.com. You can drop by our website, WDEF.com/photos, or you can go to our social media pages for more on there, and a great opportunity to get your photograph out there, as several hundred people have done around here. Let's take a look on the web real quick, and for our question of the day, sponsored by friendinroofing.com. This is a very important question to take a look at. When it comes to ranking statistics, when you take a look at all of the United States, all 50 states, where does Tennessee rank among the states when it comes to cumulative severe weather damage? Obviously, Rhode Island is way down the list at number 50, just based on the fact that they don't have much square mileage and they don't have anything in the way of huge amounts of severe weather, minus the hurricanes, which can bring severe weather. But where does Tennessee rank when it comes to this? 7th, 20th, 35th, or 48th? And the correct answer that was voted on by nobody is 7th. That's how high Tennessee ranks. If I'm not mistaken, just a few years ago, back about the early 2000s, when it came to killer tornadoes, that's a tornado that takes at least 1+ number of lives in its path on the ground, Tennessee actually ranked number 1 in killer tornadoes. That may have changed. I'll have to get that information checked on that, but a tie vote between 20th and 35th. That's where Andrew Harrison and Kate Blevins voted. News 12 reporter Nick Hill, as he was passing through the studio getting ready for his live shot this afternoon. Actually, Nick, you picked the right one on that, so congratulations, you got that one chosen. And thank you very much for picking that and for stopping by. So thank you very much for everything that you do here. Thanks to friendinroofing.com for being our sponsor. Thanks to all of our sponsors for sponsoring our pages. If you would like to be a sponsor, if your business would like to be a sponsor, all you have to do is call our sales department and you can talk turkey with them. 5 days and change until the change in season. The equinox takes place at 8:43 a.m. Sunday, September 22nd, so not that long until we get to that time of the season once again. For tomorrow, going to class, no matter if it's kindergarten or post-grad, you will not need the umbrella. There will be plenty of clouds around and about, clouds and some sunshine. So temperatures will be warm by the time the kids get out of school, but will not be looking at too much in the way of major amounts of heat. Toasty, yes, but not exactly blazing hot. So definitely some good news on that. Let me see, I think that is possibly, oh yes, don't want to forget this. First night for doing the dog walking forecast, and if you're heading out to take the pupper out for a stroll in the next few hours, you will not need the umbrella or the pupper not needing any protection. May I introduce everybody to News 12 anchor Andrew Harrison's dog, Lady Furnival, very nicely dressed up there in sombrero and poncho. Not too sure where the restaurant was, but obviously they take good taste in their customers there. This sponsored by Rough Cuts of Cleveland, Tennessee, dog grooming. You can find out more on our social media pages where we post this. If you have pictures to place where Lady Furnival is located, go to our website, wdef.com/dogwalk, and you can find out more about what is going on there. Want to mention one more thing here, if I can. This is very important because we are heading into that second severe weather season of the year. If you would like to take a Skywarn class but are not able to due to time constraints, it just doesn't fit into your schedule, whatever, you can take this class online thanks to the National Weather Service in Morristown, which covers the northeastern part of the News 12 viewing area. It's very easy. All you have to do is show up, sign up online. You can take the course whenever you want to, take the final exam, pass the final exam to receive credit, and then you can sign up to be a Skywarn spotter in your particular area. Again, when you're a Skywarn spotter, you are the eyes and ears and brains of the National Weather Service out in the field. So you can help spot for severe weather and help to call in information to say there's a rotating wall cloud, there's baseball-sized hail falling, there's this, there's that, all that stuff the National Weather Service can use to help plot where the storm is going, what time it'll get there, and most importantly, tell the people who are in front of that storm what they can expect and why they should be in a place of safety. So your information as a Skywarn spotter could help to save lives. Now, again, this is a volunteer thing, so you don't get paid for it, but just the knowledge that you are able to help your community during a time of need, that's really cool to think about. So definitely want to think about becoming a Skywarn spotter. There'll be in-person events coming up. Some of them are getting posted around Nashville and Huntsville. So hopefully we'll see more at Peachtree City, Georgia, and in Morristown in a localized area. So when they are happening, those in-person Skywarn training meetings, when they happen for News 12 viewing area counties, we will bring you that information to let you know more about what is going on. So stay tuned and we'll keep you updated on all of that in the course of the next several days, weeks, and months, depending on how long severe weather season goes. All right, I think that should just about do it. We've covered just about everything. Going to send you back to your regular Monday evening. Again, questions, concerns, ideas, email address at the lower portion of your screen, aonic@wdef.com. Our website at the bottom of the screen, wdef.com/weather. And, of course, that's where you can catch the replay of this, which will be posted so everybody can take a look at it. And don't forget to download the News 12 Weather app. You can access the latest weather overtime through the News 12 Weather app, so please make certain you're able to download that today and stay up to date with what's going on with weather out there. All right, I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onig. This has been Weather Overtime for Monday, the 16th of September, 2024. Stay tuned for more with News 12 on air and online. And, of course, Chip has your forecast coming up bright and early tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, starting at 5 a.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Tuesday night for another Weather Overtime.